Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of CaseyBuilds Live. Today, we are going to go back to a Harry Potter themed set, which we haven't done for a little while, and we are going to build Hedwig. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun, and I think a little smaller than the cool Star Wars ones, like Yoda and the Porg and those sorts of ones. But I do think that this one is going to have some neat movement to it. Slight movement, like the wing flapping and stuff, I believe. So I think this one's going to be fun. I've been saving it for a while. This one I got last year at some point. And just been saving it for a rainy day. And it's not exactly raining, but it's a day. So we're going to start with that. So let's flip on over to the build cam. And we'll start building. Thank you. Okay. We do have a tiny, adorable little Hedwig in this set. So that's cute. We don't use him yet, apparently. We do have a Harry Potter, as you should, and we have a choice. You have a choice in face. You've got a happy Harry, or what I consider to be a probably more universally appropriate freaking out Harry. And since I don't believe there's a Hermione in this set to fix all of the problems, I think we're going to stick with this face. By the way, as far as minifigs go, you may not have thought about this, but the minifigs typically have a certain length of leg that bend. You may note that since Harry is a child, he has shorter legs that do not bend. So there are variable size minifig legs that they include. I don't know if I've ever called that out before. There's certainly a lot of in the Winter Village sets. There are a lot of children minifigs, and so you see a lot of them in there, and I can't remember if I ever mentioned them before. By the way, this set today is 630-ish some pieces, so not terribly big. Lex has said that the size of the bags is very, very much not uniform, so we're going to have some quick trays and we're going to have some fast trays, but I think, no, quick trays and some slow trays. Those were the same words. And there's 4 bags. We'll see. I think we're going to have a hour and a half tops kind of a set once again today, like we had last weekend. So apparently it'll go faster toward the end. Here we go. We got Harry and Hedwig. Bo James. Wingardium Leviosa. Very good. Thank you. Yes. Ron, stop. You have to swish and flick. Good question. Bo James, how do you align? Same question to you, Cordy. When I first Slytherin for Bo James, obviously. Like, I don't know why we even asked. When I first took the sorting questionnaire on the website, put me in Gryffindor, which I thought was correct. And then, since then, they have actually, you don't have to retake the test. Rather, you cannot retake the test. But if you log in now, your house might be different than what it once was. As I am no longer Gryffindor, I am Ravenclaw. Lex, with a great deal of frustration...
Don't! I will murder you in your sleep.
That sounds like something that a Slytherin would say. Not a Hufflepuff like you've been sorted into.
I am not a Hufflepuff! I will divorce you. My sister's a Hufflepuff. I am not a Hufflepuff.
You've got a lot. I would say you have way too much energy to be acting the way you are right now, considering you're a Hufflepuff.
I will come mess up that tray right now while you were working on it. I will flip your table.
Yeah. No, you stay over there. No, hey. Oh, why would you do such a thing? Lex and I both identify as Gryffindor.
How many times do we have to have this conversation? To be a Gryffindor, you have to ask to be a Gryffindor.
Yeah. So, the sorting hat. Yeah. I don't know if I can fit the sorting hat in the frame of the shot. How about I put that over there, like that. Sorting hat. Kind of hard to see his face. Just leave him. We'll leave him right there. But good call. And thank you for the sorting hat. Motherhood. Motherboard, not motherhood. I don't know why I said that. That's weird. Bo James, when you say your children are half Slytherin, half Hufflepuff, do you mean that they're each somewhat of both, or that one of them is clearly Slytherin and one of them is clearly Hufflepuff? Oh, the hat's in the way from the keyboard. I don't know if the hat's going to work out, but there we go. Everybody take a good look at Mr. Sorting Hat. Well, if it's over here by the tray, then that ruins the time-lapse video that I record every week now, that I've started posting sometimes. Because that video camera is right up there, pointed this way. And unfortunately, it's actually such a thick hat, you can overheat very quickly wearing it. But obviously, you're not meant to just walk around wearing the sorting hat all the time. It's you put it on, you learn what you need to learn, and then you take it off. So, good quality sorting hat. And we have all these different little pieces here. I think what we're building out right now is the base that everything is going to be coming up off of. So here's something with a turny knob. Who knows? Oh, maybe that'll have to do with the wings, perhaps? Man, this tray was so pretty. Now it's not.
It's your own fault. I warned you.
I didn't touch it and make that all happen.
I warned you. And you didn't listen.
Oh, that's interesting. So that goes through. And I think that's pretty right. But they use a spacer here, and you can see it's kind of they don't normally have you put a spacer over here like this. That's a interesting thing they had us do there. I don't think I've ever done one like that before. Back, forward. You know, I might go so far as to say, yeah, the tray shaking behavior was much less Hufflepuff or Gryffindor, much more Slytherin. Just saying's all.
Do you want me to just dump these last bags on the trays? Because I have other things I could do right now.
No. I would not like you to do that. What a wild combination. Huh. Okay, I need to push that with something. Berg! Now, alright, so the thing that was hanging off there actually secures this down into the pillar bit, and then this turns the top up here. That's a much more technically complex apparatus than I would have expected here. I like it. Okay. It's really hard for me right now. While Lex was starting out sorting before the stream, she put on Hedwig's theme, which is one of those sorts of songs that gets, when you hear it, you can't get it out of your head. And so right now I keep stopping myself. I want to start humming it. I don't want my stream to get flagged by YouTube for copyright infringement. But it is on repeat right now. In fact, if you want to hear what I'm hearing, go ahead and start playing that song from your own home. Okay, where does this go? This is really weird. Okay, angled like that. That. Okay. This base is really cool. I like what they're having us do here to get it angled. And it's quite a long ways they're having us go to give this thing just a little bit of an angle as opposed to making it go straight up, which is probably not the most important thing, but I think it'll be one of those nice finishing touches when it's done. But it certainly is adding quite a bit of complexity for something that should otherwise just be a stick. But either way, it's making it cool. Interesting, there's a lot of these transparent red and yellow bricks all around the base of this thing, which I'm not sure they must be visible. They wouldn't have us do them like this unless they were going to be visible. Red and yellow, as we all know, are Gryffindor's colors.
Oh, you mean my house?
Getting some sass right now. There we go. Okay, as you can see just now, that final bit. So this is what we were working with, and these little knobs are going to go into here. And since it would normally lay flat, but because of those, it gives it just a little bit of an angle, like that. So really creative way to get an angle in there. And this is all nice and actually finished off rather nicely, despite all the craziness going on underneath that we can't see. They did a good job of giving us a nice podium there. I like that. It's pretty cool. Okay, sticker time. Hedwig. Good sticker placement. Okay, I think that is indeed it for the first bag. Please, may I have it? Oh, come on! What the heck? Oh, how could you even... Why even bother setting them out perfectly and then doing that? Oh, people can't appreciate your beautiful work now. That's awful.
Maybe next time you'll think twice about telling lies.
I tell no lies. Set that over there. I don't know if you guys can see this. I don't know if you want to see this now. Sad. So much harder to grab the pieces when they're not aligned correctly.
That sucks.
I even asked for the tray nicely. Anyhow, I don't know if my friend Watson ever watches the stream, but it was his birthday a couple days ago. Happy birthday, Watson! If you're out there. There's spinning stuff going on here. They're making this a very for being a smaller kind of one of these little model sets. Really putting a lot into it to make it interesting. You know, and that would be one of my biggest complaints. Not really even a complaint of like the Yoda set. You know, they're it's a really cool thing, but because it's a little model, there's not much you can do with it. But this one's looking like it's going to shape up to move around quite a bit. And moving parts are always more fun. So, I like that they're doing that. Well, and we have some very specific layout stuff going on here. All right, these need to be positioned such that okay, like that. Then both of them need to go straight up. Like that. Oop. And like that. There. It's probably so that the wings will be level, I'm guessing. I assume that's what this is going to be. By the way, I hope everybody had an opportunity to see the time lapse from yesterday. Had a lot of fun making that one. It's one of the quicker ones, but I kind of like the head-to-head nature of it. It's tough trying to keep the time-lapse videos interesting, and I realize the content of the time-lapse should in itself be the interesting part. Watching a big set come together, or a set come together, really, because they're not even all large, really. But sometimes when there's ones like the one from yesterday, where it lets me have a little bit of fun with the video, I like it when I can do that. So hope to be able to have some more moments of creative inspiration for the time lapses. Admittedly, they're a little trickier. What am I missing? Nothing. Okay. Yeah. Is F1 the next F1 season starting up here? We'll give Bo James some early morning stuff to watch. Okay, where's this go? Yeah. I mean, looking at all this come together, this is certainly not, I would not think, this is going to be an owl. This looks like it's gearing for something. It's fun. By the way, I know I've mentioned this to a few people. We have... Oh. Wow. We have a lot of home automation, voice-activated stuff around here. And the manufacturer of what we have the most of, I've had a lot of difficulty with them. Their support, yeah, it sucks. Their support is awful, and their products have simply not worked the way they're supposed to. And all of my light switches have not worked basically since Thanksgiving. And this past week, I say not worked. You can still push the button. They still work like a light switch, but being able to communicate with them in other ways has not worked since roughly Thanksgiving. And this past week, they finally started working correctly. And then Friday, we had a power outage. I am happy to report that after the power outage, which is when they've stopped working in the past, they continued to work correctly this weekend. So fingers crossed that they figured out how to fix whatever their problem is, and that will no longer be an issue. Here's hoping. Next weekend, Bahrain. Ooh, what an exotic location. Anyway, point being, our light switches are still working despite the power outage that I know I mentioned to some of you. And so that's really, really exciting news around here. It's going to help me stay sane. Because watching our little light switches flash saying error, error, and not being able to do a thing about it just drives me nuts. Yeah. In fact, I don't know why I'm trying to protect Wemo. Wemo is the manufacturer. Wemo has totally sucked up until now, hopefully. Hopefully that's changing and everything will be fine going forward. But up until this point, I would have a very difficult time recommending Wemo to anyone because of how terrible they've been. And like, that's literally what their product is supposed to do. That's the entire point of getting it. Is to be able to interact with the light switches through voice commands and home automation. That's what differentiates them from normal light switches. It's the only reason to get them. And when that doesn't work, it's really frustrating, considering that's the reason that you buy them.
And they're expensive.
So, if you're going to get home automation light switches, don't invest in Wemo. All right. Starting to get some, I don't know what the word is, but the, like on the back of an owl when they have the black and white patterns, there's probably, well, the pattern itself, the black and white pattern, I feel like there's probably some kind of fancy art term to describe that I don't know. Whatever that type of particular pattern is on an animal. But we're starting to get some of it here. All right. More technical bits. Man, I sure love how many all the technical stuff going on inside this bird. Whoa. There. Yeah. These wings are going to be a feat of engineering. finger on that one. Okay. This guy goes across here. I don't remember. There was a on Lego Masters the first season, first American season. There's only been one season so far. That was last year, and there was one of the sets that somebody built that had these wings that were was that in the American Lego Masters, where the wings kind of had a two-part flap thing. Oh, maybe it was the other Lego Masters.
Might have been the Australian one.
The Australian one. Anyway.
Wasn't it the dude we didn't like?
I can't remember. No, wasn't it the weird the Mormon couple in the first one?
Might have been. I don't know. It's been so long since we saw it.
Yeah. Anyway, there was kind of a multi-stage wing flap action that happened on one of these on the set that somebody had built on Lego Masters, or on this model. Anyway, I think this owl is going to do that, and I can't remember timing wise if this set came out after that happened, and it just makes me wonder if the I think it was a dragon, if the dragon US version had flapping wings. Okay. Yeah. I'm curious if the flapping wings from that might have influenced this set. And certainly these sets take a long time. There's a lot of lead time to come out with them. So, I don't know. Okay. One on the left. Two on the right. Okay, and then we have our seal. Man, the circular stickers, I have such a hard... the circular stickers in particular, I really have a hard time getting them just perfect. I think that's pretty close. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Great. See, now we have a little male. It goes right down here. And we're done with our stickers, which is even better news. Oh, Mecha Dragon! Yes, do all of those things. Thank you for reminding everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed and haven't been getting the notifications, make sure that, like Mecha Dragon said, there's a little bell on there, and you gotta try tapping on the bell to get those notifications for when we're going live. or for when I post a new time lapse. If you don't have it as part of your routine just to watch at 2 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays, which obviously, why wouldn't you? That's it. That's it for bag 2. Let me go get the third tray. Actually, let me dump this first. Thank you very much, Mecha Dragon, for helping everyone remember important stuff. Okay. There we go. I think we're largely gonna. I think this is gonna be. Oh, it's not broken up the way I would have thought. I think we're gonna do a wing, maybe a wing and a half here, and then the other one will. The final tray will be finishing off the second wing and building the head. Oh, there's lots of little bits here. There's gonna be a lot of greebling, making this thing look like it has some authentic plumage. Yep, a whole lot of it. Why couldn't the whole thing just be a big Technic set? Mecha Dragon, if you're still out there, I don't know if you're still there or not, but how'd you get CaseyBuilds to show up in orange in your comment? Pretty fancy. Perhaps that was just an auto highlighting kind of a thing. Okay. Yeah, we're getting some really interesting things going on back here for the tail feathers. Yeah, this is gonna look really cool. Cool, despite how many of these little fiddly bits we're working with here. Gotcha. Just does some text processing or something like that. These are neat little feathers that we're making here. All these individual. I think we're going to be making a lot of them. There's a few more. Yep. There. They fan out nicely. That's going to be pretty neat. I almost called this everybody's favorite owl, but I think Archimedes from Sword in the Stone probably, I would say, is, well, certainly I would, between the two, if I had to pick one, I think Archimedes is the winner, personally. It's got a little bit more character than Hedwig does. these guys. Sit up here. Yeah. This thing is going to be mechanically very cool, I think. There's so many different pieces, which I realize that might sound silly. Oh, the Tootsie Pop Owl. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I'm still gonna give it to Archimedes, but the Tootsie Pop Owl, Tootsie Roll Pop. He certainly belongs on the list, definitely. Though I think that owl was a bit of a poser for acting like he was as smart as he was. He cheated to get into the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop. It was biting. The whole point of the exercise was to not do that. Obviously. Imagine if Disney had bought the movie. Oh, phew. Man, yeah, I've thought about that a lot. If Disney owned Harry Potter, I wish. That would have been pretty cool. Although, how would you be able to go to Disneyland and choose between going to some sort of Wizarding World area or Star Wars area or Marvel Cinematic Universe area? Like, it would be such a impossible trying to decide where to go. But really, that's a problem I'd like to have. It's a good problem. Though Universal did a pretty good job with all of their Harry Potter stuff. I have not been to the one in Universal Studios. I don't know if they call it LA or Hollywood or what, but the one in Orlando, they did a really good job with all the Harry Potter stuff. Big Mama from Fox and the Hound. Oh, good point. That is a movie that I actively push out of my brain. That one crushes me. That was a movie that I could not handle as a child. Made me cry hard. Yeah. I don't need to remember that one. But yeah, there was Big Mama there. Oh. So there's Owl on Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Thank you for keeping me honest, Mecha Dragon. Taco Cub, thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, considering I'm a West Coast boy, hitting up the one in LA would be a lot easier. My understanding of it is that the Florida one is actually quite a bit larger than what they have in LA. There's more stuff to it. It was really cool, but actually now that I'm thinking about it, the one in Florida, and this was surprising considering it's in Florida, there was one of the Harry Potter rides in particular that I was unable to ride because I was too big. And that's not really a problem that they usually have at Disneyland, and I wouldn't have thought that they would have had that there. But yeah, I couldn't fit in the seat. So kind of annoying. One straight without many alcoves. Yeah, there's something to be said for that. The Florida one is cool. I mean, it's very expansive and it's immersive, and you can go to all the different places. But it was there were a lot of nooks and crannies, and there were some places like walking into Diagon Alley where I actually thought I was going into a spot that I wasn't supposed to go to, because they got the ambiance down pretty well. Felt like you were going like backstage behind the scenes at the theme park, and then poof, you were in the area. Okay, we got another bit o' wing here. We're really, so there's all sorts of bits here that we're building off of to get our articulating wings, and it's coming together really well. And what time is it? 2:55. Yeah. This isn't even going to be an hour and a half. This will probably be more like be done in another 20 minutes tops, I'm thinking. So more feathery bits. As it turns out, owls have a lot of those. It's going the right way. This one goes the other way. There is a new Winnie the Pooh set out, by the way. Speaking of Winnie the Pooh. Should be a fun walk down nostalgia lane. Although, as Cordy discovered, it's going to be one of the very first idea sets that either he or I have done that have stickers. Until this point, all the idea sets have thoughtfully not had those. So, hopefully this isn't a trend. Incidentally, if it is only available for LEGO VIPs right now, and you should not consider that a barrier to purchase. If you did not know, becoming a LEGO VIP is literally just signing up. There's no cost associated with it. You don't have to pay. You just create an account with them, give them your email address. So, LEGO VIP member sounds way fancier than it actually is. It's just a basic rewards program. Build bigger sets again. Resume. Sorry. I apologize, Cordy. Next weekend. I don't know what I'm building, but it'll be a 2-day build. I got a bunch of new sets here. I'll get a 2-day build for you next weekend so you can get through your resumes. I apologize. That is a valid problem to have, and I'm sorry that I've let you down. I will fix that. Your concern has been noted, cataloged, and will be taken care of. I do like the way that this comes together. Let's see, there for the wing. Nope. That one. That one. Okay. And that will attach to the other side of this guy. Here. Is that right? That's right. Okay, and yep, that's the end of that one. And we got one tray left over there. Go pick that up and we'll finish off our owl. Oof. There we go. Yet another beautifully sorted set. Tray. Stage. Okay. Do need a little sip of water here. Okay. Let's finish strong with our owl. Lots of greebling. Lots of little bits. Okay, this needs to face inward and face downward. There we go. Okay. All right, we need to make our back feather holder area. Okay. One big feather and two smaller feathers coming up. See, again, I'm not sure what the name for this is with like the black tips and the white tips, but the pattern of what we've got going on with the feathers here, I think it looks really cool. Okay, two feathers, the same. It's weird the way I have the sets broken up. The fact that you build 1.5 wings, usually when they split these things up, they're more symmetrical. I'm surprised that they don't have you build wing 1 here, wing 2 is another, and then I don't know, make the head a 5th bag. The way the sets divvied up kind of just weirds me out a little. It's a little unusual. Okay. Alright, our owl has a tail now. It's got some nice depth to it. Oh. Man. Messed it all up. That time was totally my fault. I suppose Lex would probably argue the previous time was my fault as well. Okay, this one is opposite of that other one. Oh, it goes on right there. Yes, Cordy, I agree. This is a good-looking bird. I don't know why that just made me think about wanting some Kentucky Fried Chicken for dinner. But here we are. There they are. That, and this guy up top. Goes on the front. Okay. It's been really tempting for me to start turning that crank to see the wings move, but I'm trying to save that for the very end. It's tough. It's very tempting. And two more, and that will finish off the wings. So we are almost done with the wings, and then we just have its face. I go back and forth between original and crispy. I think usually I go with crispy. Typically. So I've also had KFC probably once in the last 5 years. So going that often, I think crispy would probably be my go-to. I have not yet put together the bonsai tree. Good question. It's sitting there waiting. I haven't been able to decide if I think I should do that one as a live stream or not. It seems like it could have a whole lot of repetition. That would be a little boring to watch. I mean, obviously it's a bonsai tree. It's supposed to be a manicured, very zen sort of a thing. So that has been one of the things keeping me from building it, is not being able to decide whether I want to do that one as a stream or not. Have you put together yours yet, Mecha Dragon? Seems like the kind of thing that would look really good on a desk. I also haven't gotten my I'd ordered so I did do the stream with the flowers maybe a month ago, and there's a tulips set. It's just straight tulips, and I have that one. I haven't put that one together, but there's also a roses set which I had gotten ordered pretty much immediately when it came out, and that one has been out of stock this entire time, and I was not able to get an order in for that, and I keep checking the site trying to order the roses set, and it's one of the few sets that for the last 3 months they have not put back in stock, and it's starting to get me worried that they're not going to get any more back in stock, and might have missed my opportunity. Too much time watching CaseyBuilds. Well, that's a good problem to have. It's good. Good answer. Like it. Okay. This owl head is coming together quickly. There's not a whole lot of parts left. 630 pieces really isn't that big of a set. So it is nice that they have a mixture of big sets and little sets, and ultimately I always enjoy the bigger the set, the more fun it is. But it is nice to be able to sometimes pick up a smaller set here or there just to have a quick little build. Power was out at my house on Friday, and I got out because with all of the new sets I prefer to just leave the instructions in the plastic wrap that they come in. So I usually, because I like using the digital instructions, and with the power out, I didn't want to open up a new set that I didn't have the instructions for. And so I actually grabbed one of my older sets on Friday and built one of the sets from when I was a kid with the instructions that I've gone through a bajillion times. So Lego still remains a lifesaver during power outages, since it's a toy you can play with without needing any power. So it was nice getting us through the day. Got to take a walk down memory lane with my space pirates. Okay, this is oriented this way. That goes there. That goes there. Alright, and the eyeball for these irises. So if you, it's probably gonna be really tough to see, but the pupil is not quite centered, and so I'm not sure which way this is supposed to be biased. I think it needs to be going toward the bottom front, which would be there, or possibly there. No, I think it's that way. Downward. That's right. Okay. I mean, really, I could make the thing looking in any direction, and that would be fine. But I think that's what it has in the instructions, is looking downward. Okay. Yeah, we just have, there's just a few pieces left here, and then we'll be able to crank on that wing and see what it does. Excited to watch that happen. Okay, this goes down here. This is a great owl head. Actually, before I put it on, I'm going to hold this thing up for you. Look at that. That's a really, really great little head. I like it. Okay, and that goes on the front. And you can crank that. And oh, Harry sits on the front here. That's where that goes. Okay. There. So there is our, I'm going to flip back over to this other camera. The front facing cam. There we go. So we have Hedwig here, and you can You can pivot the head back and forth. Let's watch. Oh yeah, that's really cool. Watch the way the wings, the tips of the wings go up further. They're not completely, the wings are jointed. That's really great. That's cool looking. It probably would flap better if I wasn't holding it up. You know, that makes it harder to see. Yeah, that works a lot better. Maybe you can see it better on this other cam. Yeah, not really. That's cool though. That's a really good looking owl. I like that a lot. That's a cool set. Fun little set. So, if you like your Harry Potter sets, this is a great one to get. Anyway, that's it for today. Quick build. Not even an hour and 15 minutes. Easy peasy. Thank you all for showing up, as always. Had a wonderful build today, and as promised, next weekend we will do a bigger build, so Cordy can get through his resumes. But everybody enjoy the rest of your Sundays, and see you all here next week. Bye, everyone.